You know the sensation of staring at a screen for 3 hours, tabs multiplying, focus fracturing, until your head feels physically heavy. It is a deep, systemic exhaustion that makes every simple decision feel like a survival threat. To understand why our brains reach this breaking point, we can look at the Alex, a starship whose architecture mirrors our own neural pathways. Every deck, from the basement engine rooms to the bridge, handles a specific part of who you are. All incoming data enters through the thalamus, the ship's reception lobby. It's managed by Thalma and Louise, a conjoined team responsible for sorting through every signal, sound, and notification before it reaches the rest of the crew. But the lobby is in chaos. Louise is easily distracted by shiny objects, letting social media gossip and trivial notifications jump to the front of the queue, while critical environmental data, the things we actually need to survive, get buried at the bottom of the stack. This is where our modern exhaustion begins. Our sensory filtering has been hijacked by algorithms designed to extract attention, leaving the ship's crew overwhelmed by a flood of irrelevant, high-velocity data. When the lobby loses control, the ship begins to process rumors and technological seduction as if they were immediate physical emergencies. This panic manifests as creatinine, the personification of cortisol. This skeletal figure represents raw fear and domineering authority, flooding the ship's corridors with a stress response that demands absolute compliance. Under this flood of stress hormones, the system overreacts. Rational command is pushed aside by manic, aggressive controllers like Cropper, who shut down the ship's critical thinking to focus entirely on the perceived threat. This is the internal architecture of trauma. It uses the fear of betrayal or the pressure of systemic authority to keep the mind paralyzed, reacting to false alarms while the actual ship begins to drift. When rumors and artificial panic replace reality, the executive functions of the brain begin to buckle under the sheer weight of a system that can no longer distinguish a notification from a hull breach. To fix this, we have to stop trying to reason with the panic. We need to ignore the noise on the upper decks and move deeper. We're descending into the basement levels, the engine room, and the RAS tray. This is the brainstem, the area responsible for your most basic, life-sustaining operations. Meet the chief. He manages the cerebellum and brainstem functions. He is grounded, industrial, and completely unimpressed by the drama happening upstairs. He doesn't care about the gossip. He only cares about what keeps the ship running. His crew is made of automatons, the autonomic systems that manage your heartbeat, your breathing, and your balance. They are mechanical and unfeeling, performing their tasks automatically without needing permission from your conscious mind. While the upper decks are paralyzed by what-if scenarios, these foundational levels survive because they only recognize undeniable physical reality. If the fuel is flowing and the hull is intact, they keep working. The chief's methodology is simple. He ignores the algorithmic noise and evaluates the ship's status based on actual data, the tension in the pipes and the integrity of the fuel lines. This chart shows two processing modes, a chaotic, spiking red line of anxiety on top, and a smooth, rhythmic blue sine wave of autonomic functions below. By regulating your breath, the brainstem pulls those erratic red spikes down, synchronizing the mind to its steady rhythm. Evaluating what is right before you, the physical weight of an object, or the rhythm of your pulse, is how you cut through the seduction of an endless digital feed. Grounded truth is found in the observable status of your immediate environment. It provides the stabilization necessary to clear the fog of the upper decks. When the noise becomes too much, our instinct is to pull away and hide. We withdraw into a state of defensive isolation. We enter the cryo chamber, a mental state where we numb ourselves to avoid dealing with perceived threats. We think that by stepping back, we can find safety, but this creates a biological trap. By focusing inward and obsessing over your own internal worthiness, you keep the cortisol loop running. You are giving your brain more data to analyze without giving it any external problems to solve. You cannot think your way out of a broken thought pattern. Overanalysis only reinforces the very neural pathways that are causing the panic. This self-protective isolation actually destroys your resilience. It disconnects the mind from the external reality it desperately needs to recalibrate its internal sensors. To restart the system, you have to look outward. You move from the internal analysis of your own worth to the immediate, practical needs of the people standing right in front of you. This shift towards service acts as a physical severing of the rumination loop. It forces the brain to abandon its internal focus and engage with the high-stakes reality of external survival. This works because of how our foundational systems are wired. The brainstem and cerebellum, which handle our balance and physical coordination, are recruited for the survival of the group. When you are occupied with being useful, your brain prioritizes the coordination required for that utility over the abstract noise of anxiety. By focusing on the survival of the crew, the people in your immediate community, you force your neural pathways to anchor back to the physical world. This outward focus naturally displaces the self-focused cycle of dread. Stop tinkering with your fears in the dark of the cryo chamber. Pick up your tools, find someone who needs your help, and reclaim the bridge of your mind through the undeniable reality of being useful.